Did you forget to press the go live button?
Okay, there it is. The oh wait was Discord was or not Discord. OBS wasn't picking up my mic. There it is. Hello internet. We are back. I'm just gonna send out the basically self promo to the bunch of different Discord channels I'm in. If anyone wants to recap while I'm doing that, feel free.
Girl, I got you. Okay, so last time. Oh, this is so fucking. We got to this town close to the surface. They were in the middle of being attacked by a mind flayer and several mutants. We managed to kill them and the mind flayer. Unfortunately, no one knew where the mind flayer was coming from, so we decided to stay in the town for a while and prepare like traps and stuff and help fortify the town so that we could fight a mind flayer and injure it just enough for it to run back to its base. When the mind flayer finally attacked, we managed to do so. I think, what did it bring with it? It wasn't a dinosaur, but it was some big fucker.
It was
an Otyug, I think.
Otyug mutate.
Yeah, that thing. Oh my god, where are all my notes? Anyway, we kill the weird big mutant. The mind flayer flees. We manage to follow it, and we track it down back to its base. We kill the mind flayer. We go inside. We find that the head of the town guard, Franix. We find Franix's brother already mutated inside. Very precarious fight. Lots of heavy hits. Satchel almost goes down. But we somehow managed to survive. That's about what I remember.
Yep. And I did have to cut that short just because my own time frame with my work schedule. But we come back from there. The lab is free for you all to explore. Since we did have to cut it short, you can do any of the RP you want to do after the fight.
You hear a lot of bones cracking, and you look over and it's just Setchel standing up. Man, I can never fall asleep these days. Oh, is this? Oh, no.
Lucille picks a corner and just, like, elbows on the knees, head hanging, just the epitome of regret and exhaustion. Just like, I'm gonna sit here and think for a while.
Rylek's just kind of doing her best to make not lose her cool.
What's Soul doing?
Soul?
Hello?
Can't hear you.
It sounds like there's something up with your mic. Sorry for my tone there. It's not intended to be accusatory if it came across that way.
I swear, if this is coming out perfect in the stream, I'm gonna laugh.
It is not, because it is also happening on my end. For now, Golden, feel free to, if you are having mic troubles, feel free to type out what you want to say in the Roll20 chat.
I suppose calling it due to technical issues only works if it's the DM having them, huh?
I mean, we're on technology. Everybody can have technical issues.
Indeed.
Oh, he can't type in Roll20.
I mean, you have before.
That sounds like it's a Roll20 problem.
It works for me.
Oh, gods.
Your
Oh.
monitor's black, bro.
Oh, no. Yeah, type in Discord and I'll do my best to translate for you.
I'm not even gonna try. Is there a way to delete the chat?
Why?
In Roll20?
Done.
Looks like Soul will need to, or Golden will need to restart their computer.
All right. We'll say that Soul is similarly like from the fight.
Yeah, because if I recall correctly, Soul got hit pretty hard too.
Yeah.
I am like half tempted to just ask if we can call it due to technical issues.
Dude, we just got started.
We
Yeah,
got started.
that's-
It's only one person, and we're not sure how much of a disruption these technical issues are going to have. It could just be a quick
Fair
restart
enough.
and fix.
All fair enough.
Um,
Which is why I'm not actually suggesting.
But yeah, what are you all doing in the meantime?
After
Well-
this,
Oh,
hello.
you first. That's me. It's me. It's Mir.
Oh, sorry. You first. You first.
Well, you said it was a laboratory. What's in it?
Are you looking around the laboratory?
Yes, I am.
All right. I'm on a
Rylek's gonna join, if only to make sure, or he doesn't do anything stupid.
All right. I can actually just, since you are, no, I'm not gonna chance it. All right. Since you are investigating the whole lab and we're not in a combat situation anymore, I will reveal all of it. This right here, you notice, I did my best with the tokens available, is not a cage. It is instead a big vat. That it looks very experimenty. This over here, a very similar device, a lot more metallic and such.
These are vats.
Yes.
Can I roll Arcana?
Yes, you can. Coulter, your mic is producing a lot of static.
Oh, if you're trying to talk, all we're hearing is static.
If I were talking, you'd probably hear it.
Oh,
Never
Never
that
mind
point, the
then.
static is being produced aside from you talking. 19 Arcana.
Yeah.
This is what they are using to mutate people and creatures.
Hmm. How dead is this person?
Completely.
Hey, where's Pranix's brother?
Ah.
Hmm.
There's a reason I just deleted the token instead of putting an X on it. Also in the room.
Because we beat him, right?
Yeah.
Well, so there's really like no way I could like shove his body into one of this thing, hit it with the raise undead, and see what happens, right?
Do you want to try that?
Rylek probably won't stop you. She will glare at you.
Alright. With a 19, you know rudimentary how this works. And you're casting Raise Dead?
Yeah, because like I can't revive people. I don't have any revival magic, but I'm wondering if I can go the long way around. If this thing was used to mutate him, and I put something somewhat alive in there, maybe I can remake him.
Alright, I'm going to need a spellcasting check. So, as if you were rolling an attack roll for a spell.
Excuse me.
22. I can spend one resolve on origin to see if I can spend one resolve on origin if that helps.
If you want.
Yeah, I'll spend one resolve just to do some mad science. Dirty 30.
Well, that's a number I didn't expect to hear.
And you hit the DC.
Jesus.
That gets you your resolve back. That gets you the resolve back.
Beats it.
Yeah, you're doing this, and as you're messing with this thing was not meant to interact with dead flesh. So normally, even if you did do this, the necromancy would work entirely separately from the mutation mechanics. Are you attempting to cure him and bring him back, or are you what is your end goal here?
Basically, okay, my thing is this thing plus animate dead. What I'm trying to do is pull a really weird revivify. Like give it like jumpstart him enough to see if putting him in here can work as like a partial medicine work.
Yeah,
He's trying to rig a revivify.
Yeah.
I think we got that.
Yeah, you do that, and it's like you're able to rework your magic and the mechanisms and magic in this in just the right way, where you're able to replace the dead flesh with living. And are you trying to get him back to normal, or do you not care about that?
I'm trying to get him as close to normal, and the way I'm saying this specifically, it's Setchel, so it's less out of goodwill and more, I'm weird. Can I kind of do this to someone else?
Give me one more spellcasting check just to see how close you can get to normal.
All right, 1d20 plus 11. Cross fingers. 20 plus 20 plus. That's a natural 1.
Natural 1.
Is there any way to spend one more resolve?
You can, if you want.
Dude.
Plus 11. 3, 2, 1. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You don't know what he originally looked like, but you let the machine do its work. You let your magic do its work. And you're pretty sure you have it, that when you shut down the machine and get him out, that he now, I would like to clarify that you got a 30 on the Arcana check. I am not monkey's pawing it. You know you at least brought him back to life. In terms of aesthetics, you're pretty sure he's back to as normal as he was, but there is no 100% way for you, Setchel, to know that because you didn't know what he looked like originally.
Setchel, out of curiosity, does Rylik watch Setchel work?
She's just Wait, am I muted? No, I'm not.
No.
She's just glaring at you across the room until it seems to produce results.
Can I ask for something? Can I ask for something weird?
Sure.
Can Rylik roll? I think it's a wisdom save for cause fear.
$19.
Yeah, that probably beats it. Yeah, no, nothing. It's just like you've been around me long enough to know how I work. Setchel got a little morose at the beginning, kind of wondering can they do it, and you just hear a lot of humming because Setchel's in the zone, and you're used to this. But yeah, I think Setchel just like works with the machine and then like just sits back on a chair for a minute and just waits for a like an oven ding that probably never existed on thing in the first place. And just like it pops open and the guy falls out.
Yeah. Because I prepped nothing about this guy, he is passed the hell out.
You
Oh
think
my
you
God.
know everything? Then that one guy.
What the fuck is that? What is this?
That
This
is
is supposed to be
Phoenix's
the
brother.
guy Essential just revived.
I needed a
Is that-
token.
Wait, so is that supposed to be Phoenix's brother?
Yes.
Oh my God.
He needed
Jesus,
a
I look
token,
away for a
don't
few-
judge him.
I look away for a few minutes trying to sort out my notes, and then I turn and see it. Is that a spider?
No,
it-
it's not.
He's a Drakenblood. I just grabbed a random token. Because I did
Looks
not
like the
plan-
token itself is of some kind of wild hunt member.
The token is named Forgotten Warrior, so likely like a druid.
I see.
Mm.
Can I get up and just like go over, peek around the corner next to Rylek and say, "What are they doing?"
Probably better that we don't know. Oh, and just smile at good results.
Setchel is poking the body with the staff.
He reacts like any person would, but his body's just way too exhausted.
Tries to shove it away.
I'd like to go into this room.
Yeah, you do. You see another machine, and you see what you see.
Or I
There.
like just kind of deadlifts the unconscious guy onto her shoulder. For her to carry him out.
Can I try and break this vat just to render it inoperable?
Yeah. I mean, it's easy enough to do. You take whichever weapon you're using, your staff or your glaive, and you just bang until it breaks. Do you mess with the internal machinery or just break the vat?
What's inside? What's the internal machinery?
Stuff that is way
Actually-
too complicated for Lucille to understand because it's a lot of
Actually-
artifice and arcana.
Can I actually?
Mm-hmm.
Also, Riley
some-
stabs the glass of the vat that she's next to with her sword. Just for shiggles.
Wait, can I use? Can I use my poison spray cantrip to try and like melt down the machinery and stuff inside?
That would be spider venom trying to like acid to metal. It is different chemical compounds.
Mm.
So
All right,
it's
I'm
a
just gonna
reason
stick
it's
my
po-
glaive.
there's
I'm
a
gonna
reason
just
it's
stick my glaive in it. Sorry.
I was just quipping. There's a reason it's poison damage and not acid damage.
Damn. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna stick my fuck. I'll use my staff, not my glaive. Just stick my staff in there and just repeatedly, like trying to clean a chimney. Is just like
Repeatedly
keep
jamming
stabbing
it
it
in
in.
and out.
yeah, pretty much.
You render the machine inoperable.
I
Welcome back,
Hey,
Golden.
Golden.
Hello. I saw the
Yay.
mic thing, which was it was slightly unplugged a bit, and as my monitor thing, I had to restart it. So
Ooh.
I see.
Setchel revived someone.
Like is now carrying them.
I destroyed this thing, and I'm gonna go over and destroy the other thing.
Lucio, you did also, especially with your perception, notice the tablet right there.
Oh, what's on it?
It is.
Before she walks away from the vat, he finally acknowledges the tablet.
Yeah.
It's like I turn to walk away. I catch something in the glimpse of my eye, and then like I kind of like yoink, like cartoon style yoink back, like oh.
I was waiting for you guys to notice it, but I feel like I made it a bit too hard to notice. So with Lucille's passive perception, I'll give it to you.
I thought it was part of the thing, so
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Me too, honestly.
Hence why I'm giving it to you. It is you pick it up, and it is, at first it looks very flat, but with a bunch of little, like, it's a flat surface, but it looks almost tiled. And as you pick it up, the tiles kind of shift down and up and make patterns for descriptive purposes, almost like Braille, however, not exactly Braille.
Does anyone know how to read Braille here? In story.
I am unfortunately not blind, so actually anybody can learn Braille. That was rude of me.
Just not everyone has reason to learn Braille unless they're blind.
No, what? Does it matter what language it is? Because
Do you try to read it?
yes, and I think
Does Setchel know Braille?
I think now they do.
I would say,
Is there a language?
Given how you're getting another language, I would say you don't even have to count Braille. You don't even have to count Braille as that. You can just have that from that feature. However, you think like, oh, this is similar to this other thing, and you try to read it. It is an entirely different lettering system. It's like you're looking at the Greek alphabet or the Cyrillic alphabet or something like that. You understand the concept, but this is an entirely other language and an entirely other script.
You're speaking English. This is Russian.
Okay. Do I know what the closest language to it is, though?
You can assume that it is a I mean, it's obvious enough. You can assume it's a written form of deep speech.
Deep speech?
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Was doing me.
I think I'm gonna take. I didn't choose my new language yet, so I think I'm gonna take. I think I'm gonna take deep speech and work on translating this as my downtime.
Yeah. All right. Soul, what are you doing?
I feel like just like so. I'm not 100% sure because like I feel like it's that thing of like had idea and then idea got cut away because of technical difficulties.
Hmm.
So the basic. Do you have the current context though?
Of what happened? Yeah, I think so.
All right. Does anyone else
Rylek's
have
just wait. Rylek's just waiting for everyone else to be ready to leave, carrying a corpse over her shoulder, or a passed out person. Forgive me.
All right.
I'm gonna go over and break this thing.
You break it.
Just hear repeated clanging noises and shattering. And then Lucille walks over and says, okay, well, I'm done.
You coming?
Why are you yelling? We're right here.
Satchel's just going to like eye the tablet on the way back. They probably tied a bit of their bandage to the back of Rylek's belt to guide them.
All right. What's everyone's passive perception?
Passive perception?
15.
14.
17.
Okay.
13. I think mine updated, but let me check. But just go with 13 for now.
I have not actually written out the stat block yet, so I think I have to calculate what.
Oh, 17.
The bonus would be. Give me just one moment.
Wouldn't it probably be E13 if he's currently distracted?
Oh,
Or at
never
least effectively
mind.
lower?
None of you see this coming
What?
until Rylek, as you're walking forward, you feel a hand on your chest all of a sudden. You look down quickly and see nothing there. And then a brief flash, all of you see in the briefest of flashes before what follows happens, you see what looks at first like an Ulatharid, the bigger mind flayers. But this one is different. It's lankier, it has more tentacles. One of its eyes is covered in metal and a glass lens, and it has a rounded shape on its back, which, in the instant before any of you can react, 4 arms reach out grab Rylek, and Rylek and the figure disappear into a portal. I'm going to do a luck check to see if Franix's brother goes with them.
Bear in mind, Rylek's probably tossing him off her shoulder or a spare to get him away.
Dexterity saving throw.
I have advantage.
Indeed.
Advantage on Dex saves. So I'm just gonna roll twice. Dice stick.
Yeah, Rylek, the second the invisibility drops, you have the state of mind to drop this individual, keeping him out of harm's way before you're teleported away.
So yeah, that happens.
Lucille, is there anything? Can I use her reaction to try and grab Rylek?
You can try a dex save.
18.
18. You're able to grab Rylek. Coulter, what is one piece of equipment that Lucille gets of Rylek's? And for context for the other players, Coulter, is it okay if I explain why this is happening?
Yes.
Coulter wanted to put Rylek on the back burner for a while. And this is how that's happening.
Oh.
I'd say she grabs the row.
The what?
The 50 feet of hempen rope that came with my adventuring starter gear for Rylek.
Oh.
I'll also say, all of you get a resolve for Villain's first appearance.
I thought that felt unfamiliar with the description.
I think Setro, Oh, you first.
You first. No. I was sorry. Still typing stuff, so I was distracted. You can go first.
No, I think the fucked up thing is Setchel's walking a few steps, hits a wall. It's like, ow, hey, Rylek, come on, where are you going? Rylek? Rylek?
I didn't even notice she got kidnapped.
So, oh my god, this is so funny because I very often forget Setchel is blind. So you bump into a wall, you just hear the whoosh of a portal shuffling, and just Lucille's panic. Well, no, she wouldn't say well. She just says, Rylek's gone.
The tablet suddenly starts to creak in his hand, and for some reason,
I think Setchel puts the tablet down. I think you are no longer a priority.
I'm gonna just go over and snatch it up.
Setchel looks at. Is there any symbols or markings of a magic portal?
There are not.
Okay. This is bad.
Very bad.
I'm I'm just gonna mute for now.
Cool. Great. Awesome. So they could just do that. Great. I'm up in the dossier. Should have started a dossier. I should not be joking. Rylek's gone. She's probably dead. Well,
Don't say that! It's a horrible thing to say.
Well, I think it's very obvious when I gesture to the body of the floor that death is not exactly the end these days.
It might as well be, because what comes after is worse.
Setchel's about to say something, but like holds their tongue. Now's probably not the good time to preach. Yeah, probably right. Oh.
I'm sorry, what? You kind of cut off at the end.
Sorry, Setchel's just like running through their Setchel's kind of like processing whatever they can. It's like, well, it doesn't look like there's any traces where Rylek went, so I'm currently bleeding from my eye sockets. We have a body that's not dead anymore, and we should probably get back to town and figure things out.
We should.
And I think so, like Satchel just sort of awkwardly like walks out the door, then makes it like 5 steps, turns back around, comes back in. It's not the best time. Does anyone know actually how to get back? I wasn't really looking.
Okay, come on. I go stand by you. I hold out my glaive so you can grab onto like the staff of it, and just like a weird little tether, just guide you back to town with Soul.
Point of clarification, I believe Setchel can see they were just tying themselves to Rylek for, like, ADHD, I'm going to investigate this thing while walking.
No, but hold on. Like, Lucille will take a few steps with Setchel and then look at you and be like, okay, are you or are you not actually blind?
I have like one working eye.
So
I can see.
okay. Okay, so you don't really need that. Okay, she pulls the glaive away, kind of puts it away. Okay, come on.
All right. I kind of like gesture to Soul. It's like, that's not to say here, I guess.
Yeah, do you want me to try and heal your eye?
Oh, these? Oh no, they've been dead for a long time.
What?
I don't think now's the time for another revelation on my end. Rylek's disappeared.
Is there a way to add sound things to the soundboard?
Either I or a mod have to do so.
Damn it.
Who's carrying the body back?
I guess it would have to be me because I'm the strongest one. Or what are your strengths?
0.
Like legit, or is that just your modifier?
My modifier is 0.
Oh my god, Jesus.
Would be a -5 modifier.
Oh no, not that. Not like it's an 11.
Okay. Fuck it, I'll carry the body. Let's just get the fuck out of here.
Soul has a -1 modifier to strength.
Makes sense.
Technically, Setchel has a higher strength than I do, but you look like you have the consistency of toilet paper. So I will carry the body.
Thank you. Now,
And we go back to town.
All right. You go back to town, and you are greeted at the entrance, of course, by Franix, who looks at you all, kind of like, all right, you did the job, and then does a double take. Is that?
I'm like awkwardly trailing this body behind me, and she kind of just like lifts him up as best as she can, and she just says, "Is this man familiar to you?"
She is speechless, but you can tell from her face that she is overjoyed. And then, she kind of snaps to attention. I need to get Drona, and runs off into town. To make a long scene of me talking to myself short, like it is an overjoyed reunion. Does Setchel speak up about how? Does Setchel speak up, and do Sol and Lucille let them say it?
so what was the name again?
The name of the brother?
That is that's the first thing that Setchel says.
Oh, don't make me make up a name on the spot.
You don't. I won't.
His name
I
is
won't.
John with a W.
Sure. Not canon, but yes, for the sake of I don't want to have to make a name.
God, I know how Setchel words this. I think Setchel is like walks up, goes like, "Oh, good. It's good. It's good you have a reunion." Now, I think who's. No, I'm just gonna tell all of them. So, just heads up, I'm gonna need you all to like keep up with this. And Setchel pulls out a routine. It is a piece of paper. It is covered in notes and terminology that is extremely unsettling. All right, so every hour you're gonna have to make sure that he can still walk, he can still see, he can still talk, he's still breathing. You make sure he's still breathing. You gotta do it every like 30 seconds. If he starts speaking in a language you don't understand, give it a minute. If he doesn't, if he keeps it up, he might be too far gone. But just in case, if you see like a green ooze coming out from the back of his head, that only requires a few stitches. If it turns purple though, then it might need a searing, and it's just a bunch of it's basically a bunch of medical notes in the form of a doctor's summary notes.
That's awesome.
Bro's got this down to a science.
Hold on, I'm about to send an emoji to the Discord that perfectly captures the face Lucille makes as you recite this list.
Frowning face.
It's abject. It's mute abject horror.
You have horrified the spider. What is Sol's reaction?
Just kind of. I already forgot what was said, so.
It's the specifics aren't necessary. It's Setchel listing a bunch of like, doctor, you gotta be careful about these things, but also it's Setchel.
It's kind of just, just like.
Confused?
Yeah, largely.
All right. And do you all return back to Deepwell.
Yes.
Uh,
Oh wait,
yeah. I will explain as best I can what happened to Franix, and say, also, I know you won't want to hear this, but when we first encountered him, he was under control of the thing, the, and she holds her hands in front of her mouth and like wiggles her fingers. And he attacked us. So, you need to be prepared to make a very difficult choice when he wakes up.
Understandable, but thank you. At least we get to say goodbye. She bows to you all in respect, and Girona does too. Yes, thank you. I at least, no, we had gotten used to the idea that we wouldn't see him again, so thank you.
You're welcome.
And yeah, they both take him and bring him home. And I am assuming that you all go on your way.
Before we go, is the Oya corpse still there?
Yeah.
All right. Satchel just, after everyone walks away, takes out a knife and cuts himself some travel rations.
All right.
Jesus. Of the mutant?
Yeah.
Skipping ahead to the travel time, when you take a taste of those travel rations, they are rubbery, they are bitter, and just gross, and taste almost rotten.
Aw, this kind of reminds me of my sister's cooking. I'll stop.
You forget, he's chaotic evil.
Alright. I would say, wondering if I should do, yeah, well, sometime into your travels, as you're walking along, all of a sudden you hear a very loud bang.
We're still on our way to Deepwell?
Correct.
Okay.
And it is in the direction you are heading. It's
okay.
Who might know this? Lucille and Setchel. If I could get luck checks from you.
Okay. I don't have luck though.
Luck is just standard D20.
Okay.
16.
All right.
Natural 20.
All right. Both of you recognize this sound. Perhaps you've seen it in demonstrations. Perhaps you've encountered this sort of thing more up close. But you, both being from the Mortal Kingdoms, know that there is a relatively recent technology out of Tinkerton. It started with cannons, and then became smaller. You heard a gunshot.
Fuck yes. Fucking love guns. I'll look at the others. Say, should we go investigate? Actually, from the time we've spent down here, this would be the first gun-related thing we've ever encountered down here, huh?
Correct. Guns
Oh.
are relatively common in Tinkerton. They are pretty rare outside of the city-state, but they do exist within the kingdoms, but outside of the mortal kingdoms, they are almost unheard of. It would not be impossible for someone to have a gun outside of the kingdoms, but it is very rare when they do.
Huh.
Setchel pats down their body to see if a new hole is opened up. The first time they probably heard a gunshot, it was probably aimed at them. Oh, that's new.
We should go see what that is.
Okay.
So you all go over to where the sound of the gunshot was, and standing over an Illithid, Coulter, do you mind describing our new friend?
He's... Well, I don't know if 5'10 is tall all by these standards, but certainly not what one would call short. A man in red shirt and with a dark vest, holding what seems to be a very advanced type of musket, prototyped by even their own standards, one might say. As you get closer, you can hear him muttering to himself, "Well, at least the darn thing didn't explode in my damn hand. Hands like the last one. Guess that guy is getting good at them with them cartridges."
The Illithid weakly tries to crawl away, but goes limp as the life fades from it from the shot.
At least there's enough of them. And at least they bleed enough to make sure they die quick.
Watch. I imagine all three of us are kind of like heads stacked on top of one another, peeking around a corner, watching this, and Lucille just kind of whispers to herself, "Brutal."
Passive perception. I'm just gonna roll perception to see if I notice you guys. Not one.
Now hold on. Let's see if I just stealth if I get a nat one. No, that's a 23.
We tried.
I mean, I think if anyone would be accidentally noticed, it might be Setchel.
Setchel
19.
leans too far and drops their ear, literally. And just like, oh shit, and you scramble to grab it.
Yeah.
At this point, you just see him putting his, slinging his gun back onto his pack, actually turning towards your direction anyway. Hey, as he goes to draw a knife from his boot, and oh, howdy there. he seeing a glint in reflecting off his torch shroom or whatever we established for those who don't have dark sight.
Glowtorch.
Yeah, glowtorch.
Lucio kind of like sticks a hand out from behind the corner and waves. Says, "Hello."
Y'all weren't here with this here squid face, were you?
If we were, it would be to kill it.
Well, he says the following as he draws a small-ish dagger-like knife and cuts one of the illithid's face tentacles off and adds it to a little and puts it in a little pouch. In that case, you and I have aligned goals, and that much means I can trust you, you. Don't suppose you'd be needing a gun, be needing a humble gunman, then would you?
Lucille will risk moving out of the hiding spot. Still on, depending on how long you've been down here, you might be surprised to see that I'm not just an excessively pale halfling creature, but instead a different creature entirely. You see 6 limbs and whatnot as she just like crawls slowly out and circles you. Says, it's fun. It would almost be funny if it weren't so sad, but we are now short one member.
Oh. Well then. Ain't that a good timing? He says with an almost sarcastic tone, and a glare upwards.
Good timing and bad circumstance. She kind of like sits down. She kind of like glances at the others. What are they doing?
Out of character question. For resolve, what is the calculation for that again?
3 times your level.
So if you're level 9, that would be 27.
Yeah, 27. Sorry, you needed to set this guy's resolve.
That's totally fine. Oh, excuse me.
Oh yeah, that's actually a good question. Does the overcharged resolve, quote unquote, like put soul since she got like the last like roll like nat 20s and all that? Does that stick around or is it resetting?
Overcharged resolve will not usually stick around, but because I did a villain reveal at the end of a mission, you all will get that one.
Okay.
Wait, if I got a nat 20 stealth earlier, do I get what do nat 20s give us anything?
Well,
in terms of like resolve?
I don't think so, right? Because I got like 2 back to back.
It was
okay.
2 back to back, and because it was a desperate situation, and with my it was a very desperate situation, and with my homebrew rules, because of Perkins crit, you would get the leap from Chaos Bolt. So it was basically because of heat of the moment, getting double Chaos Bolt leap that desperate of a situation was why the nat 20s were.
Okay.
Yeah. Normally it's for like Setchel with the VAT where it's DC 30 and they still made it, or say it's a like you're trying to open a door, it's DC 10, you get 30. It's like, oh yeah, no, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, are the others gonna come out to?
And sniffs the air. Y'all
Are
got
they-
an undead in with you?
I'm Satchel.
Kind of.
Satchel is already behind the new person.
Just materialized behind him.
I'm gonna forgive that because it wasn't an attack, because y'all clearly didn't attack me. But if y'all do that again, you're going to be taking an axe to the head boy.
Strike my friend, and I will strike you back.
Fair enough. Off. Now, my name's Sebastian Levron. What's yours? As he turns back to the, for him, unnamed spiderling.
I'm Lucille.
And, who's that stepping out there now? Yeah, that's
That
Summer Elf lady.
that would be Soul.
Nervous sort. Next slave. Probably an ex-slave or something. Her story, hers to share. Not mine to speculate.
Lucille and her big ears catch all this money, and she's like, "Damn, you're like pegging these guys like 3 for 3."
Gotta be observant in my line of work. I'm work.
And what do you work as?
He kind of gestures to the gun. These prototype rifles don't make much of a warning when they're about to misfire. As he pulls the rifle out from his back, showing off that it's a different design than most would have expected. If DM will allow this, it's basically a breech loader for paper cartridges. I don't have an actual image.
All right.
It's just mostly because the kind of rounds we use, as he pulls out a rather large chunk of metal wrapped in what appears to be a form of parchment or something. The man who I'm testing this particular one for is an ambitious little gnome. From out in Tinkerton. Wanted some real rough tests for his prototype up here. And he figured better test than in a live use. Just so happens I have a thing for rifles and a reason to use them. As he nods back to the dead and mind flayer.
Yeah, you know what? That brings me back to a question I had. Why did you do that? I point at the cut tentacle.
He just pulls out this little stringed up little what I call it, a little necklace type charm thing of mind flare tentacles that have all been preserved and fashioned into a form of onto a string. I like to keep trophies.
Lucille will kind of like tilt her head back and forth. And then she'll come up to Sebastian and just be like, Instead of just stringing them up next to each other, why don't you make the necklace out of the tentacles?
I'd like to see you do that when you lack the component. When you oftentimes lack the components to do what I've done here.
Satchel eyes the illithid corpse. A challenge has been set.
Yeah, you know what? I kind of want to.
Loud, is he?
I didn't hear the last one, sorry.
He's not saying that out loud, is he?
No, they're not.
I honestly kind of want to try and make a fucked up little flower crown of illithid tentacles now. Next time.
I may have started something that I do not regret.
Well, Mr. Belron, we are on our way to Deepwell, if you would like to come with us.
Alright. I ain't gonna ignore this kind of feeling. This kind of luck, as it were. Let's be on our way. As he puts the round and the rifle back where they were, back from where he got them.
All right.
I'm very sorry, but can I ask you to please stand still and kind of, just stand still. There's something I need to check. And if Sebastian stands still, Lucille will just straight up climb on top of him, climb over him, and check out his face to see if there are any enterings of illithid tadpoles, just in case.
Roll a medicine check.
Can I just roll a d20 to see how patient Sebastian is for this?
You can do that as well.
That is a 12.
12. I mean, you don't see
Yeah,
anything.
Sebastian is reasonably patient.
Yeah. Lucio, you don't see anything pointing to yes, but you also don't see anything pointing to no.
You see all 8 of her eyes narrow as she just stares you down. And, as she's, examining you, she says, sorry, we have recently learned that people have a sort of delayed response when being fed something from the mind flayers, and they end up becoming mind flayers. Or, does she? Can I just fucking say mind flayers?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It is reasonable that that would be a colloquial term.
Yeah, okay.
She'll
just
faces.
That is also an apt name. But yeah, she just explains her oh yeah, it's kind of, I'm trying to make it a habit now of checking people for entry points for tadpoles, because that means very bad things.
An understandable precaution, milady. However, I guarantee you that no old tadpole, old Baron, Aaron's slave of theirs would have the will, would be able to will themselves to fire upon their supposed masters.
Oh, you never know. And I hop off of you. And just already the subject is dropped. She's like, okay, it's this way.
Let's go.
All right.
Oh, I can select this thing. Oh god. Sorry. I didn't know I could move it.
Yeah, I gave control to you guys so that you can move it as you will.
Oh wait, dumb question. Was there anything I was supposed to do in Roll20?
No.
Any in terms of character? What about the character sheet?
I at this point, things are so wibbly wobbly, that I trust you guys to have your own sheets. I will not require any specific form.
I have one. I just wanted to know about, the campaign connectivity thing.
I don't think there's anything if your sheets on D&D Beyond, I don't think you need any of the Beyond 20. I don't think there's anything special you need to do. It's just any tab you have in.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I was thinking more of the character sheet connected to the campaign on D&D Beyond.
That doesn't matter.
Fair enough. Anyway.
Alright. You return to Deepwell.
Which is this one?
Yep. And I mean, yeah, you job well done. You inform Therastra. She gives her condolences. Excuse me there. And we'll just enter a very short downtime. Basically, just like anything you're doing in the about week, maybe shorter downtime you get.
Day one, Sebastian's gonna spend and going over the rifle to make sure, it's still in working order. Or maintenance type of thing, Then, yeah, he's basically gonna spend then the rest relaxing and resupplying as necessary. That wouldn't happen.
Can I click the long rest button, or
Yes,
is
you
the long
can.
rest button dead to us?
You can click the long rest button because this is downtime, which means resolve refreshes and also HP refreshes.
Sweet. Okay.
So effectively a long rest with extra steps.
Yes.
Okay.
Downtime is long rest. Everything else is short rest. Is I guess like the way it could be thought of.
Okay.
Wait, the spell slots recharge on long rests?
Yeah.
I mean, on like
Don't
downtime
they?
stuff?
On downtime, yes, spell slots come back.
Okay. 'Cause, yeah, I wanted to double check before I click it and forget what spell slots I spent.
I could save this for a longer downtime if that's okay, but DM, what do I need to do? Is there anything I can do if I were to say try to raise my intelligence by 1?
That would I would say that is I'd say that's not something that could be covered in downtime.
Okay. Like I can't mentally train myself.
Yeah. The thing is, like, it makes sense that you would be able to, but also, like, from a mechanical perspective, I understand why raising stats isn't a downtime action. I'll have to think about it.
Okay.
Something to ponder.
Yeah.
Also, can we only ever attune to 3 items at once, or at like higher levels does it get to like 4 or something?
For most characters, it's 3. Artificers break the rules and can get up to 6, but that is specifically Artificer.
Okay, looks like I'm taking a level in Artificer next. I'm kidding. Now I gotta figure out. I think I'm gonna unequip the Dragonhide belt and attune to the Ring of Mind Shielding, because I will save the questions for that later, but in the meantime, I'll kind of, if Sebastian's gonna come along with us, she will catch him up on kind of what's been happening, what the sort of plan is, and then she will ask their Rostra if she can scry on Rylek, or scry on Rylek.
Yeah, you... Honestly? You can do it, and you get a glimpse of Rylek in a very similar situation to when you scryed on your friends. She is being placed in a very similar device to the ones you just destroyed. And you see out of the corners of the... well, one corner of the vision of the scrying, you see very long tentacles, longer than any of the mind flayers you've seen. And more centered on the other side, you see the same creature that appeared and abducted Rylek, which then turns, looks directly at the scrying sensor, and then holds up a hand ending the spell.
Did we get to see Rylek just for a moment?
Yes.
They wanted us to see that.
Did she look okay?
She looked as okay as she can.
I don't like that.
Good.
If we got to get a good, we gotta look at one of the mind flayer leaders. Is Zarathustra able to tell? It's just like, oh, this is Vloon, or this is Greg. I forgot the other leader names.
Vloon, Greg, and Vloon, Greg, and Cthulhu.
Oh! I was close. Vloon and Jen.
Vloon, Jen, and Adaford.
Hold on. Can you write those down in the chat so I can figure out how to spell them?
I think I had before. I'll screw up to see if I had. As you think, as that train of thought is hitting you, I will say that it is good instinct. However, this individual held themselves with the kind of posture of a fighter, was augmented, and then was also augmented both cybernetically and biologically. So it is not any one of the Mind Flayer leaders.
Wait, so this one we saw wasn't one of the leaders. This one was like basically a Mind Flayer cyborg?
Yes.
Augmented and Mind Flayer. That's not good.
You know what? I'm just gonna share this character's name because it's fun. Manditum, the United Thesis. MAN_DITUM is how you spell
Period
Manditum.
So man _Ditum.
Yes.
The United Thesis of America. Sorry. And to the Mind Flayers for which it stands. I'm sorry. Okay. That's the joke.
Yes. Yes.
Alright.
Oh. Sorry if you had anything else to say. I just noticed Soul had something in the chat.
Yeah, you guys feel free to RP that out if you want.
Okay. Soul would be practicing their spells and magic. We'll ask Lucille for help with one. She'd be happy to help. She's not sure how, other than being a moving target, but she'd be happy to help.
Well, Lucille, do you mind helping me with something?
Okay. What do you need?
I'm trying to practice that spell that, I was I was trying to learn a bit, but I'm not. But I kind of need someone else to help with it.
Okay.
Just all right. Soul puts like their hand on like Lucio's shoulder, and then uh, and then says says a word, like begins to cast a spell as they cast haste on you. And thus, I kind of want to roll Arcana to see if it works, if it actually works or fails, because that's the entire thing. Is that fine, DM, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it would fail as I think the best way to describe it, Lucio would feel a sudden sense of energy. They feel like time was kind of slow for a bit before suddenly just like I think the instant exhaustion will hit you.
Oh, something happened. Also, do I technically have 100 feet of hempen rope? Actually, I'll just add the second fucking one.
That's
Sorry.
actually a valid question.
I'm sorry for bothering there. Soul kind of looks a bit distracted at the failure.
If do I? Am I just like quote unquote stunned until like the 6 seconds are up, or do I have a point of exhaustion now?
It's just stunned.
Yeah. You can't move or take actions until the next turn, which you could still technically take like bonus actions, but that's also DM ruling, in opinion.
After I take a second to recover, Lucio's just like, do you want to do it again?
Sure, if you're willing.
Practice makes perfect, and it doesn't seem to have any lasting effects other than being tired.
All right. I'm also gonna roll again because I just like this, Basically,
roll.
Yep, basically a repeat of what happens, where you feel that sense of energy and time seemingly slowing down before the wave of like exhaustion and it says lethargy, but I just say exhaustion because it's easier to understand, hits, and you take a few seconds to recover.
Lucille will let you practice for as long as you want.
I'm gonna do one more.
But if you notice, okay.
I'm gonna do one more thing, and then.
Oh, my back hurts.
Yeah, no, it fails until just kind of goes like, "Oh, I'm sorry for bothering. As she kind of just like walks away.
Oh, it's okay. You'll do better next time. If she keeps walking away when Lucille tries to stop her, she'll just awkwardly call after, like, you'll get better next time.
And that's and that's what Souls did over a week. Basically, practice spells.
What's Setchel up to?
Setchel has taken the tablet to Balate's office, to Balate's lab, and while Balate's working, they're just tackling that thing like a Rubik's Cube.
Yeah, it is. You kind of learn messing with it. You know deep speech. You've tapped into something. You know deep speech. But it's, you know how to speak deep speech, and you know how deep speech is usually written, but this is a different way it's written, and you're not sure of the
So I suppose I
written-
can't shoehorn my way into this by knowing deep speech, can I?
No.
You know deep speech?
I can
I mean,
I can-
unless Satchel brings it up.
I can have this in the mushroom graveyards if you want, because it does the same thing we're going to do anyway.
But as I was describing, you're messing with this, and you don't understand what it's actually saying. But as you're messing with it, you're realizing you will press like when no one is touching it, it is completely, the tiles are flat. But when you pick it up, it reacts to you, and as you kind of tap it, it will shift and change. With enough tinkering, Setchel, you're realizing for like player context, it's kind of like you're navigating a menu in a computer. You just do not know what anything says.
I need an instruction manual. That or I just throw it on a wall, or just keep pressing things and see what happens. Who can I ask for help on this? And I do have an idea, but I do want to open it up for Sebastian actually showing up, because I don't have to be in the laboratory. I can be somewhere that Sebastian can reach.
Sebastian's walking by if you're, like, on a street or something. And sees you and thought, something I can help you with?
Oh, hey. Yeah, we kind of found this thing during a raid a day or two before we met you. And I think it's magic. It's like contact deep speech that reacts to you touching it.
Deep speech, eh? Been a minute since I spoke that, but
It's literally been a minute since I've known it.
I'm gonna ignore that. Alright. He just takes it and starts feeling it out.
Yeah, same deal with Setchel. You're unfamiliar with this specific script of deep speech.
Almost kind of feel not exactly a dialect I'm familiar with, from what I can tell. And I know a couple dialects of it, of deep speech. Shame. What I can tell, this thing might actually hold something we can use. Or it might not hold nothing. He then shoves it back into Sechel's grasp. How much of that did I cut out?
Oh, no, you didn't cut out. You didn't cut out at all. You're good. Can I have a reminder of like where deep speech, like what deep speech is for? Because I have Abyssal and Infernal. I kind of know where those are. What does deep speech cover?
Deep speech is aberrations.
Aberrations. Right. The only aberrations I remember are from, well, side we're fighting. I once made a weird decision. I must made a weird decision to eat something. I think someone said I probably shouldn't do if I ever told her.
You do also remember you talked with an aberration. You even stayed in his house.
Oh, the fucking the beholder guy, Ivan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Because I was thinking either Ivan or Ballet's roommate.
Balate's not an aberration.
The Scourge.
Roommate, the weird fucking guy in the tube boy.
Soul has question in Discord.
Soul has question in
You did-
Discord.
You didn't have to point it out.
I mean, I probably wouldn't have noticed if it was. I do not know Celestial. I know Sylvan and Undercommon.
Yeah, I figured as much. I was just double checking. That's why I was typing it, not like saying it out loud to the Grail stuff.
Well, as a minor flavor text, Lucille would have her interest piqued at the sound of the foreign language and thinks, "Oh, that's a net. Oh, that's fucking hold on. Reset. I think I almost swallowed my own tongue. She said like, "Oh, that's pretty." Just thinks you speaking Celestial sounds pretty.
Hmm. I'm gonna cast sending to Ivan.
All right.
I will give context for that for my role. Oh, when that's done.
Okay. I sent a message to Ivan. Hey, Ivan. Got a quick question. So we found a slab with contact type deep speech on it. How do you translate or use it?
All right. I am going to roll a luck check. I'm sorry, I'm not the best at contact script, obviously. I do not know if I am able to help you, as I am quite... I have not been counting my words. Basically, it's... He can't really do contact script because he's a beholder.
He's more a visual guy.
Yeah. Definitely more of a visual guy, being a beholder. But he's also very caught up right now, and you can tell by his wording that he's like dealing with something.
Well, that contact's busy. Yeah, I'll check on him later and see and make sure he doesn't know that I ate one of his pets.
Sebastian, and still in earshot, at hearing that. I just kind of looks at you flatly. The hell's wrong with you?
Depends on which town you're asking, honestly.
I'm just gonna say fair enough and walk away. Walks away.
Okay. And I think Setchel's just gonna keep taking a whack at it for the rest of the break.
All right.
Anyway, my sleight of hand roll was for the final day of rest. One of the rounds accidentally goes off as a bit of flavor.
All right.
And do I get it out of my hands in time?
13, yeah.
So, for context, most of you just hear a bang similar to what happened earlier, but no. But this time there's no screaming.
Lucille is probably in the middle of training and running herself through drills, and she, at the sound of the gunshot, she'll probably like jump up like a startled cat.
Mitchell pats down their chest again. No new holes. Well, 2 for 2.
All right. With this new project of the tablet, how I'm gonna rule this is at the end of every little downtime, Setchel gets to roll a intelligence check to track progress.
I just need to know, can progress go backwards?
No.
Okay.
Okay. No proficiency.
Since you know the language, I would say yes, proficiency.
All right, I'll do +9 then. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Fuck yes.
Yeah, so you understand the language, so you at least know how the sentence structure works. But you're just not sure necessarily what symbols are applying to what word.
Can I roll an intelligence check with my flat 11 plus 0 intelligence?
I would
Or
say
is that like a different check?
I would say it's got to be one person making the progress check per downtime.
All right.
Just so we don't all pile on and try to get the
Figure it
numbers
out
right.
at once.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never mind then.
All right. At that, is that the end of downtime?
Okay, so as a note, I did replace the Dragonhide belt with my Ring of Mind shielding because didn't you ask a question that our next mission type would be espionage? Wait, which of our mission? Hold on, reset. Which mission type our next mission will be, and then we all chose like espionage, right?
Correct.
Yes. Yes.
Correct.
That is what I remember happening.
At the end of your week of downtime, Theoraster calls you all. Thank you. I have received word that Diopmin, the capital of the Deep Dwarves, is experiencing troubles with these figures. Many prominent political and military figures have acted strangely, and when investigated, they have, well, our good friends, the Walking Brains.
Oh, not those things again.
Yes. We need to investigate this. An old friend told me of this. They will contact you when you are there. Not right at the gate. Given the channel that I have gotten this information through, you are technically not officially part of the investigation, but you will but they will most likely accept your help regardless. Depending on how well things go, you may have to pay for your way back. In regards to that, since this is a mission I am sending you on, you will be able to use the teleportation services of the city for free.
Sweet. Okay, so is the Deep Dwarf capital, I missed the name, is it this one or is it this one?
It is, and scrolling over so chat can see. Yeah, it is this one.
Oh, that's hella far.
Hence why she's teleporting you.
Jeez. Damn, this whole place, and there's only 3 cities?
There's 3 capitals. There's other cities, but these are the 3 capitals. It's almost like no one
Damn.
wants to live in the caves where a bunch of scary monsters live.
Gee, I can't imagine why.
The spelling for the city is DJ, U with an accent, P, MINN. Dupmin.
DJUPMINN?
Correct.
With a accent over the U.
Cool. Hold on. Adjust that. Thank you. Yeah, I thank Narashra for allowing us usage of the teleporter.
Of course. Alright. Does anyone want to handle anything before you head out?
Well, this is just a bit of RP flavor text, but I'm gonna ask first. Is it possible using Tinker's tools to hand make rounds?
Yeah.
Alright, then I'm just gonna make, 1 round to replace the one that exploded. Exploded. Tinker's tools, yeah. So, that's all.
Alright. In that, I am assuming you all... We can speed over it for the sake of time. You take the teleporter, and you arrive in Dupmin.
Cute little name.
I think I saw you making this map up on stream once.
No, I made this map recently.
Oh,
So yeah,
different map then.
you appear in this block. And as you come out, you immediately it's once again like you're back in Obsidian, because these buildings are a lot smaller. Not as small as Obsidian, but these are made for dwarves.
Lucille, not bothered at all. She is 3 feet tall.
Settle
Technically
tries-
3'8".
Settle tries to limbo through the front door. It is not pleasant to neither see nor hear.
You straight up just bend in half.
Wait, how tall is everyone?
Sebastian's 5'11".
I've been leaning on 6 feet.
Soul's 5'4".
Sorry, not 5'11", 5'10".
Hold on, I gotta see this.
Either way, Sebastian's just crawling his way through the doors.
It's not that short. and especially not the not here, the teleportation place where it is they know they're getting visitors.
That are taller than them.
Yeah.
Oh, you said you're 5'4"?
Soul? Was that?
Yeah, Soul's 5'4".
And the other one is 5'10". I will put you with a neat 6 foot.
Are you using that thing to show multiple height charts thing?
Yeah, I'm using that fucking good old Mr. Initial Man.
Alright. Yeah, you are in the city. Because I kind of skipped over it, Therastra did say that the council is talking about it in this building I am pinging. However, it is technically not like it is not an open secret. It's not a very well-known thing this is going on. She does have her source who gave her the information, but this was not a official request.
Just say we're tourists.
Sebastian's gonna do some window shopping until someone's and keep an eye out for someone trying to flag their attention.
Lucille will tag along, but rather looking for anyone who will flag down their attention. She's going to try and look for things that will try to avoid her attention.
All right. Your choice of investigation or perception there, Lucille.
Perception for sure, because my intelligence is 11. Please give me something good.
Is that a perception check, Mir?
I rolled a natural 1.
Oh no. Setchel, is that natural 20 a perception check?
No, that was my tablet roll a while ago.
Oh, brain completely forgot that was a thing. I'm sorry.
Can I spend a resolve to re-roll that nat 1?
Yes, you can.
Kind of like, come on, you've done this before. You know the signs. You can, you know what to look for. It's better. 15.
15. Yeah, you're looking around. You're seeing a lot of deep dwarves. No one really in particular standing out. Hold on. Just for fun, I've got to math out what this modifier is.
Dear Lord, the DM is doing math.
Let's see. Yeah, it would be.
Be afeared. Be very afeared. What's with that plus 17 modifier?
Lucille, you get to roll another perception check because of the dueling nat ones.
Fuck me! That was almost a 19. That's a 10.
10? Yeah, you would not have caught this figure if there wasn't a it's complete random chance, because as you take notice of this figure, you note that they were perfectly hidden. They had to have been, because the only thing that alerted you to their presence was a shingle falling from a roof. And as you look up, you see a deep dwarf dressed in gray robes, and you lock eyes, and they gesture to you and then over down the street a bit, towards an inn.
Can I do hand signals, subtly point at myself and tilt my head, and then I kind of do a circling motion with my finger to indicate do I go alone? Do I come alone or with my friends?
They will repeat the circling motion.
I'm gonna stare at this dwarf and then tug on Sebastian's shirt sleeve, and then I'll look away and say, "We should go find an inn."
He says, not questioning the slight change of seriousness in your tone.
I'm so sorry, can you repeat that?
Just RPing that your tone changed to be more serious than you typically talked.
Oh. I will simply give him a little smile and say, "We should go bring." Are the others with us?
Arsel and Satchel with Sebastian and Lucille.
Where are Sebastian and Lucio?
Quote unquote window shopping.
Probably not. I think Soul would kind of just like, because I imagine that we probably set up like a thing to go like meet up at, and Soul would just kind of be there sitting.
We'll probably be like, okay, we're gonna take a little lap around the block. We'll meet back here in like 30 minutes.
Yeah, and the Soul's just kind of sat down there now, waiting.
I mean, realistically, if you're paying attention, that's still doing what was asked.
What is Setchel doing away from their supervision?
Satchel actually wants to go over to like the lake at the northeast. I'm just gonna check it out.
Yeah, it is. You can't see it, but you can hear down this way a waterfall that is fueling this lake and the river. There's actually lights set up all around the edges and some set up deeper in. It looks really pretty.
Aw. Are there fish in the water?
No.
Just curious.
No fish.
That's just gonna...
I suddenly have the image with the Megamind beam. You know, the one with the camera where it goes like...
No bitches. No fishes.
Yeah, just... But Lucille. Oh, God.
That's another picture idea to tuck into the dome.
Sorry.
Thank you
Alright.
for that image.
So do Lucille
welcome.
and Sebastian go and gather their companions?
You get Soul. I'll get at the Rot Brain, referring to Satchel as Rot Brain.
I will frown at Sebastian and say, "That's a very rude thing to say, no matter how accurate it might be."
Ah,
I don't know what is wrong with Satchel. The
don't
player
want to.
knows, but Lucille does not know.
Alright.
Calls it like he sees it. He's got a -1 to charisma.
Oh my god, same! Handshake emoji!
Alright, for quickness sake, since we got 7 minutes, you gather the brain short circuit again. You gather your companions and get a room at the indicated inn. Doesn't cost too much. And then, but you see no sign of the individual. What do you do?
I will order food for the table with 1 extra plate, and I will sit down in the lobby/tavern.
All right. You all have a lovely meal, but no one shows up to take that extra plate.
Sebastian kind of eyes it, almost as if wanting it.
I feel like if enough time passes, Lucille will say fuck it and kind of pick a bit off the plate to eat.
Yeah.
And thus giving Sebastian permission to do the same.
I feel like there's something we're missing.
Y'all
They
can
better
roll
come.
insight checks.
insight, active rolls.
Yeah,
All of us?
if you want.
That's much better. Dirty 20.
14.
Nice.
Check. Yeah. Okay. 12.
12. Yeah, you all are. You're not 100% sure. And then Lucille, with that dirty 20. Oh, if this person is that good at stealthing, they probably are not even wanting to be seen in the inn. And the conclusion being they wanted you to get a room so that you could meet in the room.
Oh. Well, they should have specified.
I just imagine him, imagine the ninja wall thing with the towel. You know what I'm talking about?
I do not think so.
Hold on.
But yeah.
I will divvy up the 5th plate amongst the rest of us and just eat the rest. And say we should sleep now. Less obvious and jilted or stilted, but
Sebastian just kind of yawns and then, in perfect Ictundercommon, says, "Hey, can we get a room?"
Yes. Yes, you can. And
I will hold up 2 fingers and say, 2, please.
Okay. And the barkeep calls over in Dwarvish to someone else, and you get the keys. You are led up to your rooms, and as you enter the rooms, do you all go into one room for now, or do you go into two rooms?
I mean, the second room is for a different pair to share later, but I imagine we go into the one room.
All right. So you go into the room, and there's no one there. And all of a sudden, someone climbs in through the window. That's on me. Called it wrong. Hello. And the figure appears before you. Removing the hood, you see a deep dwarf man. I was going to meet with you all later when you rested for the evening, but my mistake cost me. I'll do my best not to make it again. And that is where we will end for tonight, as you have met Whisper.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Thank you, everyone, for playing. Thank you, chat. If you liked it, screw it. I'm gonna steal Elder Dragon Hijinks' bit to click the things that make the days.
Thank you, DM, for running. Couldn't do this
Yes.
without you.
Thank you, DM, for running, and thank you, my fellow players, for putting up with the shenanigans that was the character swap.
Honestly, I think it was pretty cool. I'm excited to get to know Sebastian. I played a gunslinger before. I'm sure you can do some real damage.
I got to make
I'm
a
a gun-
really fun monstrosity.
And plus, you also are not like the first person to change character, aka me, you know?
Yeah.
So, don't worry too much.
Alright, see you later, chat.
Bye.